Hello guys, and welcome back to the FieldGamers channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to build a cannon using TNT in the game of Minecraft. In my next video, I will be doing a little intro to a server that I have just joined called Chaoscraft, so make sure you stay tuned for that video. I was going to do that video for this video, but for some reason my internet's not working, so this one will have to do. So, basically, I know a lot of people have been wanting to do cannons using TNT. A lot of people always try to find different ways to launch a TNT so that it can explode at a distance. And as you can see, this cannon will shoot the TNT a pretty large range depending on how far you want it. I can tell you, or I'll show you where or how many TNTs you will use to make it go a certain distance and so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and show you. Basically, I'll go ahead and show you an example of how it works. Press the button, and it's launched. And it gets pretty good distance if you use 4 TNT. If you only use 1 TNT or 2 TNT or 3, depending on the lower you get with TNT, the lower it'll go, which you can see I've tested it with 1 TNT and it went this far. So basically, to make this, you're going to need a lot of obsidian. So if you're playing in survival mode, it might be a little hard to make, but trust me, you're going to want to use obsidian. And basically, you're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks long for the obsidian blocks, and then it's going to be 4 blocks wide. So make sure you build 7 blocks long, 4 wide in the back, and then on the side over here, you're going to build all the way up 7 blocks, and the second from the left, you're going to keep like this, just empty. Except for, I'll go ahead and show you. Let me go ahead and get obsidian real quick so I can give you guys a quick look at it. Where is obsidian? There it is. So basically, you're going to put 1 block of obsidian in the back right here, and then you're going to put a block in front of it. And you're going to take a bucket of water and you're going to place it right here at this base I have. And the water will pour and it'll end right here. And you're going to use a stone slab at the very end where I've placed it, and that will stop the water. And basically, when you have the stone slab there, the TNT will rest on top of that slab a little bit off the ground. So that's what you want. Now the reason we use water is because when you're placing the TNT down, you have to do it in this order, and I'll explain why in a minute. You place the TNT down 1, 2, 3, 4, and basically the water absorbs into the TNT and it makes it so that it doesn't blow up all these circuits and wires and the grass around it and the fence posts over here. Make sure that nothing gets destroyed. Now, let me go ahead and get rid of it. If you do it the opposite way, starting right here, and then you put these down, the last 3 blocks of TNT that I put down did not get any water, which means if you do it this way, everything around this will explode except for the obsidian because it won't blow up. But all your circuits will blow up, the grass around it will blow up, your fence posts will blow up. Actually, you don't even need those fence posts there. But basically, it's not going to work out very well for you. So make sure that you put the TNT like this. I'm just going to keep it here for now. And so that each TNT gets water absorbed into it. And then you put a TNT right here. Now for the circuit part, you're going to have a button on the back of this block right here. When you click this button, this line of redstone, you're going to put a line of redstone all the way to the end of this. Do not put it on this last block, otherwise it'll light this block too soon. So all the way to the end, that redstone will light all these blocks at the exact same time. On the other side, you're going to use redstone repeaters, and you're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. And the reason we put 2 blocks wide is because that's how we get 7 to fit. And in my opinion, 7 is the perfect amount. Because if you put 7 repeaters down the way I put them, and you put them on the highest notch that they can go, like that, as high as they can go, then by the time the current reaches all the way to this TNT, by the time this TNT is actually lit, literally within seconds after it, all of this TNT will explode. So it works out perfectly so that it's launched and it's blown up immediately on impact when it hits the ground over there. And that's basically what you want. So here, let me quickly change it to daylight. There we go. So I'll go ahead and show you another example. You're going to press the button, watch the redstone, goes all the way through, then it lights it, and then launches it. Now see, it doesn't always launch as far as you want. There is a little bit of randomness to it, because basically what happened here is when it lit, it fell down onto the half slab, which usually, I'll go ahead and do it again. When you launch it, you're going to see it doesn't go all the way down on the half slab, which means it's still at a good angle above the ground, and it actually launches pretty far. So most of the time it'll launch out to here, which is what you want. Now let's say you only want it to launch half the distance. Well, then you're going to put half the TNT in it. So it's pretty obvious. So 1, 2. That's all you want. Click it, and it won't go as far because you only have 2 TNT pushing it. So depending on how far you want it to go, there you go, only half the distance. And then if you do 1 TNT, it'll only go here, and then 3 TNT will go in between the farthest and the halfway point. So it's pretty obvious. Now, what these fence posts are that I put, you don't have to build this, you don't have to put this blue down, this doesn't really do anything, this is just for looks. But the reason I put the fence down is because basically this fence that I have down is showing you the range that the TNT will go in. So if you have structures over to the right side or buildings to the left or something, the TNT will never exceed these fence posts. And I know this because I've tested it over and over and over again, and I have learned that it will not exceed these fence posts. So this is the range, so you can have buildings wherever you want as long as they're not within the fence post. And so since you don't want to have these fence posts laying around, and because obviously this doesn't look good, they're just for show so you can see the range, just note to yourself that when you build the cannon, go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks out on both sides, and then from that point, 4 blocks out on each side, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, or actually, sorry, not including this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1, 5 over 1, 5 over 1, 5 over 1, 5 over 1, and basically if you keep doing that, that will be your range. And that's how you will know. So you don't have to put these fence posts here, but you can count 5 over 1, 5 over 1, 5 over 1, and keep doing that without putting fence posts down until you get to, let's say, over here, and then you can make sure that you build your home on this side of this point. Meaning don't go over here, because if you build anything right here where I'm pointing, there's no guarantee that it won't get blown up. There is a TNT that might come over here and blow up. But if you put any building materials over here on this side of the fence, you're guaranteed that it will not blow up your structure. So that is just important to note. If you don't get that, you can message me and I can explain to you a little bit more, but I think I've explained it as best I can. Just remember 4 out and then 5 over 1, 5 over 1, 5 over 1. It's just like a slope from trig or whatever math classes you've ever taken in your past. So it's pretty easy. Just remember the slope, 5 and over 1, 5 and over 1. So basically, once you have that, that's basically all you need to know. I'll go ahead and do one last example for you, just to prove that it will not go past or on the outside of those fence posts. Sometimes it skews off to the left or the right a little bit, but it never will go past the fence posts. And I think I've said that enough, so I think you guys got the idea. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope you guys appreciated this video. I hope to see these designs in your own videos if you ever make them, or if you have any servers that you're building. Definitely use this design because it's very, very good. It works and I love it. So if you want to build a castle or whatever it is and you need cannons in your castle, definitely use this design because it's awesome. It works really well. But again, thank you guys for watching. My next video, I will be showing you the server I have just joined with Biggs and Professor Chaos, and I will basically explain in more detail in that video about that server. So stay tuned and watch that video. Subscribe so that you can be updated when that video comes out, or just follow me on Twitter, whatever it is you want to do. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.